What if the West refused to arm Ukraine? Would Kiev have collapsed? Could Putin's blitz have succeeded? This isn't a thought experiment, it's the battle that defined whether Ukraine ever had a chance. Since 2022, Ukraine's resistance has defied expectations. But what if that resistance had no outside weapons, intelligence, or logistics? Russia launched what they had hoped would be a quick, decisive invasion, a form of modern blitzkrieg leveraged with sheer force, surprise attacks, and overwhelming manpower. Ukraine would be forced to rely on its own aging Soviet-era equipment, limited munitions, and resolve alone. Could it have held? Today we explore the counterfactual scenario and what it says about the true value of Western support. Russia aimed for a rapid collapse of Ukraine via swift armoured thrusts through Kyiv in early 2022, massive aerial bombardment, and coordinated strikes on command infrastructure. These tactics rely on momentum and surprise, units in Belgorod and Kursk advancing using human wave tactics to overwhelm defenders, sacrificing manpower to force breakthroughs. Had Ukraine lacked air defence or long-range artillery to counter these strikes, the initial blow may have broken their rear lines. And Ukraine benefited from external support in critical ways. US supplied air defence, intercepted ballistic missile and drone threats. Long-range systems disrupted Russian logistics and troop concentrations. Western intelligence and reconnaissance data improved battlefield awareness. Moreover, Ukraine had substantially scaled domestic arms production, especially drones and artillery shells. But even so, at least half its high-end, long-range precision firepower remains US supplied. But what if that aid never arrived? Ukraine would run short on air defence and precision weapons by mid-2025 at current consumption rates. Counter-offensive capabilities which require coordination with Western systems and supply networks would collapse. Fall of regions might have accelerated without critical artillery and munitions. But is it all doom? Ukraine's experience in drone warfare, electronic warfare, and decentralized tactics improves their resilience. Europe had increased ammo and weapons production rapidly, and Ukrainian society has proven determination to fight even under extreme cost. Now, European aid, while increasingly meaningful, cannot replace US firepower overnight. Production gaps, interoperability issues, and delays remain real structural constraints. And without US systems, cities become exposed, command centres vulnerable, and frontline troops movement is risky. Now, if Ukraine had lost external support entirely, Russia might have succeeded in encircling Kiev or penetrating pockets of Ukraine defence during early campaign phases. Russia would have intensified manpower-driven offences using human wave assaults heavily backed by artillery superiority. Ukraine's casualty count would spike, soldier morale and frontline cohesion would deteriorate. Even worse, domestic production couldn't ramp fast enough to substitute essential systems, especially air defence and long-range strike assets. Without external resupply, Ukraine might have fallen or even been forced into unfavourable ceasefire terms, and the Donbass and more territory would have ended in Russian control. Now, Ukraine is not winning easily. It's surviving thanks to billions in aid, coordination, and strategic planning. Without it, Russia's blitz could have pushed through. Yet Ukraine's endurance reveals something important. Even with fewer advanced weapons, technology adaptation, drone innovation, and sheer resilience matter. These reflect Ukraine's ingenuity, but even that ingenuity needed Western backing to be effective. Ukraine didn't win by accident, it survived because of partnerships, and without them, the odds would have been broken against it.